Hey, my friend, welcome back. Now's the time to really take this journey to the next level. And we're going to explore today essentially you becoming a channel, a direct channel for that divine loving awareness, that creative, compassionate intelligence within you. And we've been working with this dimension of yourself really this entire journey. And we've been doing it through meditation. We've been exploring, working with this. We've kind of moved into working with, the mental aspects of ourselves, our thoughts and our mind. We got into the dream world, and then, recently, most recently discovered our ability to kind of be a channel for this healing vibration. Well, now we're taking it to that next step where we're going to tap into that consciousness and that intelligence that comes with that healing vibration. So it's just this whole process has been slowly about us becoming more and more conscious and awakened to the truth of who we are. And we've been working with this on a mental and an emotional level, but also at that level of subtle body and energy and spirit. So again, we're now going to tap into this divine loving awareness within and allow you to be a channel for it through a process referred to as automatic writing. So when I first tried this, I was a teenager, and I basically found that I could get into meditation and I could meet with my guides, and I could also just get into meditation and get to a very peaceful place, and I could ask questions and get information, and I would just start to write what was coming to my mind. And that's what we're going to practice today. We're going to practice kind of clearing the canvas, becoming a blank slate, connecting to that loving consciousness, that loving awareness in ourselves. And we're going to work through a few questions. We're going to work through those key questions that I posed at the beginning of this work and just see what comes through. And we're not going to necessarily think about it, overanalyze. We're just going to channel. So sometimes when people think of automatic writing, they think of, like that their body's going to get possessed by some sort of intelligence or spirit, and all of a sudden they're just going to start scribbling stuff. And that is just not my experience of it at all. It's really about being open, like I said, as a channel, and allowing those thoughts and those impressions and those feelings to come in, and then write them down, and do that without judgment and without censoring, and to do so just kind of a free-flowing and effortless way, almost like a free write. So we've been working towards this place, and that's part of the reason why we did that written thought observation. There was a lot of value and benefit to doing that practice, but for me, this practice opened up a really deep connection to the voice of loving awareness deep inside of me, and that since that first discovery has been and continues to be a guide on my journey, on my path of evolution. So I want to connect you to that experience as well. So what we're going to do together today, I'm just going to hold space. I'm going to guide you through a meditation. I'm going to ask that you grab a pen and a pad of paper. And I ask you to do this because I'm not saying that we can't be a channel and type things out. Sure, that's a thing. We're so connected to our devices and our computers these days. That's certainly an extension. But for me, there was something very, very connected and very effortless about writing. And I write in cursive when I do my channeling. That's the other thing. So I write in cursive when I channel, and I just start to write and literally let flow what's coming in. And hopefully this works for you. It may or may not work for you, but I want to introduce it and create a space and hold a space for it, because if it unlocks even just a nugget of potential or a nugget of wisdom, then this is time very well spent, even if it doesn't end up becoming a regular practice for you. So there's something about being in flow and connecting that higher intelligence, that intelligence of the subtle body that we've been working with along the way, that higher dimension of loving consciousness, and allowing it to just kind of live and flow through the physical body. So that's why I like to write with a physical pen, and I tend to write in cursive when I'm channeling or automatic writing, because it just helps me feel really connected. Truth is, sometimes the information comes in so fast, I have a hard time keeping up with it. That may or may not be the case, but the whole point here is to not censor it, to not think about it, to just allow the information to flow. All right, so grab a pen, grab a pad of paper, And as you do that, I'm going to walk you through what the process is going to look like. We're going to drop into a soul force field meditation. And once we get to that place, we're going to ask our higher self and the highest dimension of loving awareness accessible to us to help guide us through these questions. And I'm just going to ask you a series of questions. So I'm going to prompt the question, and as soon as the answer begins to emerge, you're just going to start to write and just let it flow. So I'm going to leave some time and some space for information to come through. If you find yourself caught up in the channeling and you fall behind as I lead you through this, don't worry about it. Just let it flow. Do not allow me or my pacing to get in the way. If you write something and it's one word or a phrase or a sentence, don't judge yourself. That's fine. I have made some of the most important decisions in my life based on a single word or phrase that gets dropped in a session like this, because sometimes the guidance, the information, the knowing, the understanding that we need to hear for our highest good, it doesn't come out in some long, eloquent, expository sort of piece of literature or writing. Sometimes it's just a word or a phrase or an understanding that emerges, and that's enough to get us in alignment with our highest self and get us in alignment with for our highest good. So we'll work through those questions, just let it flow. At the end, we'll close down this session, we'll give thanks like we always do when we meditate together, and then you'll have the opportunity to go back and read and reflect what came through and just reflect on the process. Okay, so it's really simple. So all I'm doing today is holding space for this process, and I'm going to guide you through a few simple questions. Are you ready? So go ahead and get into a comfortable position. And just begin to breathe. Just begin to enter some conscious breathing. And as you drop into this, go ahead and enter into some rhythmic breathing. And as you grow more and more connected to this deeper space, let's go ahead and enter a soul force field meditation by dropping the grounding cord, connecting to earth, connecting to heaven, and setting a safe and sacred space for us to facilitate this automatic writing journey. Once you get into that safe and sacred space, we're going to call in your higher self, your connection to the highest divine loving intelligence. And set the intention today to bring through any information and guidance that serves your highest good and the highest growth of your soul. Go ahead and ask your soul, your higher self, divine loving awareness, who am I? Just write down anything that comes through. Next, you can ask your higher self, your soul, loving awareness, what is my loving truth? What is my loving truth that wants to be expressed today? And next, you can ask, is there any action that I can take today or in the near future to move myself into alignment with my loving truth? Is there any action I can take today or in the near future to move myself into alignment with my loving truth? Next, we'll ask our soul, our higher self, divine loving awareness, is there a part of myself that I need to see more clearly to serve my highest good? Just begin to write what comes. Is there a part of myself I need to see more clearly to serve my highest good? Just see what comes in. And finally, we ask, is there anything else I need to know today to be the highest expression of my authentic self and my soul's loving truth? We'll ask one last question. Ask your higher self, your soul, divine loving awareness, what's the clearest way to communicate in the future? See what comes through. What is the clearest way to continue this dialogue in the future? And just see what comes through. Once again, give thanks for this insight and for this dialogue. Give thanks for this opportunity to communicate with loving awareness, with this divine aspect of ourselves. And with 3 energy clearing breaths, we're going to go ahead and take a big deep breath in and just kind of close down this session, draw all that energy back into our body, integrate it into our heart center. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Drawing all those knowledge, that knowledge and wisdom and understanding closer and closer to our core. Another big deep breath in. Exhale, release, drawing that expansive energy back to our core, drawing it closer and closer to our heart center, integrating the knowledge, wisdom, guidance, and healing that came in. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Feeling that intelligence, that wisdom, now resting in the heart center, present in the here and now. Again, we'll give thanks for the wisdom and guidance that came in. We'll give thanks for this connection. And we'll give thanks for this opportunity to be alive and breathing, and for this opportunity to live our loving truth in the physical body. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. How's that experience? Hope you made a little connection there. Remember, no connection is too big or too small to make there. Any little tidbits of clarity and insight that come in are helpful. And like I mentioned in the last healing meditation, the more we do this, the more often we practice it, the stronger these muscles get, the stronger this connection gets, the easier it is to engage in this dialogue with this higher part of ourselves in that safe and clear divine space that we create with our meditation. And we asked some pretty important questions, brought us back full circle to where we started. And the cool part I want you to be really conscious of is that whatever answers came through, whatever came through for you, you answered those questions, through your own process. I didn't tell you what to do or to say. I led you to a practice and an experience, but what came through is coming from you and your connection to that soul force intelligence, that soul force field of energy, that divine, loving, creative intelligence that is permeating all of life. That was your connection and your answers through your channel. And that's the power of this work. Reconnecting to that guidance system internally, reconnecting to that part of ourselves that has some guidance, some wisdom, and some answers for us, and can help inspire us to live in alignment with our highest good and our highest loving truth. It's a beautiful process, and you've now engaged in it all the way through. So I just want to tell you that I'm really proud of you. I'm really thankful that you're here. And I really commend you for staying so committed to this path and walking it all the way through to this point and in this moment. Because again, you've persisted and you've insisted on getting to this point. And just by engaging with each practice along the way, you've carved out a lot of time for yourself. You've carved out a lot of time to build that relationship to yourself, to the quiet around you, to this higher dimension of yourself, to the loving consciousness that you are connected to. You've created a significant amount of time and space to do that. And it's been in my experience that people, have a hard time managing that, but you've done it. And so I want to just tell you that I'm really proud of you for giving yourself that opportunity and for showing yourself that kind of love and that kind of a commitment and dedication to your own growth and your own soul journey. It takes a brave person. It takes a brave soul. And it takes a courageous soul to confront some of those things and to ask some of the questions we've been asking ourselves along the way. And just to be open to some of the experiences that, I've asked you to be open to. You're on the path. You're on the path. You are a true seeker. And I'm really, really thankful and really privileged that you've allowed me to be a guide on this journey for you. So spend some time with this practice. Continue it as you see fit. Engage with the prompts that are connected to this video. Take time and spend time. And whenever you're ready, it could be now or it could be a while into the future, click into the next video so I can leave you with some final thoughts about what we've accomplished here and where I think this is going, where I feel like it's going for you and for me and for all the brave and courageous souls that engage in this process. I'm excited to share at least what I've experienced and what I have been allowed to see at this point and at this stage in my journey. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video for the wrap up. Have a good one.